This is like deja vu. We were in this studio at the previous major watching sAw qualify and all the excitement, all the happiness out of them. It's taken so long. The story of those guys battling through CSGO and never being able to do it. Oh, the counter push. Oh. There's Story and only one. Oh, no.
Probably should have ended up with a lot more than that. Just one kill on the dual Berettas while opponents are standing in front of him blind. Really did not make the most of that. Now, Agile left alone 1v3.
Didn't even need to be a ton of kills, but at least a second.
Yeah, a second as well. Yeah, that something would have been brilliant there. But when he gets only a one, the defense is not strong enough, and Sinners break through with the bomb plant. Agile's coming close, but not going to get close to the round win at all.
Hold the phone. Okay. I mean, you are right, but hold the phone. No, all right.
Let's hear you. Have it back, Jason.
Yep, hang
There's
it up.
The phone.
Hang it up.
Hang it up. We got the cable phone still, Jason. Yeah.
They get away with one. Yeah, there's Story's reaction. I think he's thinking the same thing we are, which is, how did I not get two, maybe even three?
Yep, true. But here comes Sinners with their buy. Saw a 4-spot into this one, and it's quite fast from Mikey. So he's charging up with a back 10.
I think you actually, if you're, oh, they're going to go with this flashbang. They want to go early. There's the first kill. Oh, it's dangerous. Smoke broken open. Beastic trying to hold them back. It's the AK-47 of Morisco that's doing work and settling down this aggression.
Well, it's chaos. Absolute chaos in the B-bomb side, but a moment to breathe. Shock is coming through middle. So round CT spawn. Oh, probably could have ended it there and now, but just not accurate on the first opportunity. They swing it towards him, and Mutiros actually drops him on that MP9. There's another option for a close quarters fight against Oscar, but they're not getting back into this. Take that Galil away. Take that MP9. And it wouldn't be a bad save at all for sAw. So a 2-0 lead for Sinners. Got chaotic in that B-bomb set. A lot of early fights. And sAw wanted to get the jump on them before the bomb was being planted. They've lost a player early, though, with that Deagle bringing Oscar down.
Story bangs him out, trying to get it back for the pistol. And Roman boosted up, searching at the moment. He's going to look for a timing to poke his head up.
Oh. The Empire has fallen. And Beastic moving in towards the site. Nades landing on top of him. And that trade comes in quite quickly. There's a flank from Story, though.
Oh, and that kill's great. Might be able to slow things down just enough if you attack up just a little bit. Mikey gonna plant that bomb, but Story coming in and sAw's letting him play.
Oh, down below. On top of that Xbox is Story to fall to the Galil of Shock. And two T's now walking their way down that catwalk, but Mutiros catches Mikey walking backwards. Now Morisco and Shock 2v2 to close this, and look at the angle from Morisco. Makes an easy double kill in the end, and it is a 3-0 lead for Sinners.
I think Story's really wishing he didn't jump up on those sandbags. If he's not jumping up there, he might have an easier time cleaning up that kill coming up above him, because they didn't expect that flank whatsoever. Setting up smoke for the moment.
Yeah, not a problem for Oscar then if he's doing this.
I have to say, I'm actually pretty excited to see what Oscar's got all these years later. I haven't seen too much of the Sinners games recently, and Oscar himself specifically, but he was always such a fun player to watch. And even though I didn't always have the most confidence in him, damn is he an exciting player.
Yeah, you just know how high his ceiling is. Here comes the attack in towards the A-bomb site. Oh, fight down Cap. Roman actually wins that despite taking damage. How is he not finished off? Beastic thought he had that kill. Even went back to quick switch to utility, but that moment, that little bit of time allows Story back into the fight, but it's also in the no-scope, and he's up for a clutch, but he can't get away. He can't get around the corner. Mutiros had him pinned, and finally sAw break through to a round victory. I'm
glad Mutiros actually swung on that. I know Oscar was very low having been legged, but you give him some space to work with, and I'm telling you, Oscar can create some magical clutches, so good on Mutiros not to give him the room to work with that AWP after the fact. Now it's going to be Roman and U-Jerks as the initial defense of the A ramp, with Story as the offer kind of coming over in support. There goes the new player. Mikey finds Agile, and a 5-on-4 for Sinners T-side.
Story drifting his AWP over to watch the heads that'll pop up on the B-Stars. Not alone, he's got Mutiros' rifle support here, relatively close at the generator, and that's the head to pop up. Mikey off the boost, and straight away Story reveals the AWP's positioning in the most violent of fashions. Here comes a peek around that Half wall wood, and it's a peek out again from Story at default. He's just not stopping. Finally, a shot does not connect, and Morisco's going to take that space and move forward, but utility deployed, keeping him alive, and his teammates come in and support. So pretty convincing rounds here from sAw. And that one especially, Story, great work in that B-bomb.
His op's starting to have some decent impact as well. Couple rounds now, he got a kill or two in the last round with it. Now double kill on this kind of attempt at the B-bomb site for Sinners. So putting some beautiful work in early on in this half to get sAw going.
He exits with Arisdos, and you're wondering, what is happening? Are they going to be able to survive such a seismic move in the squad?
Yeah, Barry's got a lot of respect for his knowledge and his ability as a coach. But maybe on the inside, sAw felt like, you know, Barry's given us a lot to get us to the rise up, and we want to get a new coach behind us to take us to the next level after that. Barry's given us a foundation, but not sure if he's the one to take us forward past that foundation.
Roman through the smoke is Morisco to go down, and a great start here for sAw. Another opening fight collected in their favor.
Sinners already passed it, but the longer they wait...
Yeah, such limited time here. Gets scary towards the end of the round. A lot of CTs here, a lot of defense to get through.
Excuse me, that smoke is actually pretty lovely to defend scaffolding in yellow.
Oh, blind. Great flash. Great flash, but Roman still steps up. He crosses into the open. Story's off chiming in, and it's shut down by Roman. A 4K in this round on the defense, and Sinners can't stop him.
Yeah, very one-dimensional and telegraphed from Sinners. Roman gets all that information, sees 3 players coming out, and with a player with Agile pushing the B stairs, it's like saw's like, we know they're coming A.
Three Tech-9s, 2 Deagles. You mentioned earlier today the fact that we were in this very studio, this environment, when we watched sAw qualify for their first major. But you were also here years ago when Jame and VP ripped it from their hands when they were seconds away from qualifying. It's been quite an emotional roller coaster, not just this year, but...
Do they negate each other? Is it now like an even playing field?
It is, I guess. They got to do it again. Well, a little bit of damage done, 1 for 1 as Sinners look to try and pressure their way in towards this A-bomb site. Utrox has dealt with Morisco, made it look so easy. Just slaps him away. But that bomb plant, that's huge.
Yeah, you don't need to risk coming through the smoke to stop that plant whatsoever. You have such big advantages, but you're going to do it anyways. You come through after the bomb goes down. Oscar's got 1. Tech-9's got some room to work with. Story's hoping for a follow-up peek that's not coming. So 2 versus 3. Oscar, a chance to do something crazy.
He actually took down the AWPer. And now Oscar in a position of power as he moves into the open. M4 picked up instead. Mutirus goes in towards him. Oscar finally dealt with, so it's all on Shock. And this Deagle looking to close it to tie up this scoreline. Time ticking. Deagle into the open. Mutirus goes down. Time is a problem, and they're not taking him out. Shock just needs to stay alive, and there's no more time to win the round. Oscar on the Tech-9, closed out by Shock. Sinners walk their way into the A-bomb site with pistols and come out with a 4th round win.
Yeah, but why are you not defusing inside the smoke? I don't think it was perfectly on top of the bomb. Was it that far off that you didn't want to risk it? You can see the way he's moving in that 2 versus 3 of being able to isolate fights, of staying safe, applying pressure without being committed. Yeah. And Oscar does just enough to burn time off the clock.
Yeah, you could see on his first peek out to the elevator, he realized that the player that he would have to fight next had an AWP. So he could come back and he realized he could peek it again if he moved fast on the angle. So great work from Oscar, and speed is certainly the idea here for Sinners. There's an Oscar opening. Story dead, but traded back elsewhere by Mutirus onto Mikey.
All right, Morisco leading the way.
Into the open. Again, oh my god, that is quick.
That's nasty. Ujerk's still alive though, and they got to be aware of that. The A defender is still here.
Oh my god, he's just slipped the net. Round the back! Nearly a triple kill. That would have dropped the bomb, but he's drawn these numbers even. Equilibrium established once again. And Achille moves out towards headshot. Hops up, takes B-stick out of the round, and Shock takes 1 look at the time and realizes there's a lot to play with. So now that all of his teammates are dead, he's getting away from that A-bomb site.
Yeah, going to start shifting over to the B side. When does Mutirus... Let Mutirus go in first. Let him kind of figure out the positioning. And Agile, you got to be ready for the trade. Newest addition to sAw's roster is going to have a big role to play. And again, you've got to smoke for the bomb. Once you get into this site, this time it better be placed perfectly.
The smoke is in. Looks perfect for now. Flash is up. No one's sticking it though. No one on that defuse. Mutirus actually goes down through the smoke, and time again will cost him. Agile chasing down Shock on the stairs. And once again, just staying alive. Shock wins the round.
Yeah, and again, it's another situation where it's like, it's nice to go get that kill, but I feel like with that smoke down on the bomb, it's almost like that's your best chance of winning the round with the time that's left on the clock.
Oh, a flash ready to go. Meteorus gonna play from elevators. His own util going out. Great flashbang. Barisco taken out by a beastic. Able to recover his vision in time and shock over the top of construction. Builds up a beautiful round for the Sinners. And Udrix and Roman a long way off getting involved in this one. It is 6 now for Sinners. The T side is looking great.
Yeah, and I think my biggest criticism at the moment for this sAw defense is I feel like they're giving a lot of respect over to Sinners. There's a lot of free real estate Sinners are able to get on this T side.
But not a whole lot of supporting cast around it. What I'm excited about is Oscar's back on the AWP. Haven't seen too much of that in this half. And that is a great clear from How does he get a second? That is sick. And into the open, maybe a little bit too far, but well, hard work is done.
Yeah, and now we mentioned him specifically on the desk as a player to look at on Sinners is if anyone's going to get poached off of this team. Shock was one that he was looking at and saying he's got some game. And we're starting to see it come to life here on Vertigo. Good double entry to start things off.
Yeah, and he's 10-8 now, but he had a really quiet start too. I remember pointing out he was like 1-6 or 1-5 at one point in this game, and so the fact that he's now top of the charts, 10-8, it's been a huge amount of impact over the last few rounds, and he won those 2 close rounds you mentioned where he just needs to stay alive and win the 1v2 or 1v1. So much impact from him. Sinners attacking in towards the B-bomb site, smokes up in the middle of the site itself. That'll sever off the information flow to the eyeballs of Agile. And he'll dive down off construction, get close, that smoke blasted open, and it worked out for Agile. He got one, Udrix fought back, and the numbers once again even with 35 seconds left. Yeah, that actually was such that smoke break gave such an advantage over to sAw. Now they're looking for that flank, and Oscar, yep, in this kind of a situation, he can thrive, he can shine. They weren't ready for it, but Roman cannot transfer over. They thought he'd be on the flank as one of the A defenders, catches Oscar off guard, but too much to ask to transfer. Did start to feel a little worried for Sinners in the first 2 rounds, Jason. I don't know if you agree, but it did feel like the gun rounds were quite solid for sAw.
Yeah, look, those back-to-back clutches have just broken sAw. Not only in terms of their economy that they've just now recovered, but just in terms of the momentum of this game and the feeling of this game. Those back-to-back wins have put Sinners in a very lovely position, up 3.
Oh. Smoke. Just disappearing for a moment. Udrix gets the information. Look at this double stack. Oh, players around the corner. Nearly opens out with a double there, Story, but beastic able to make sure it's a 1-for-1 trade instead. Don't want to get caught behind that smoke, Mikey. Oh, the shadows. They're just too good in that position. If the CT has that angle, you just know they're coming.
Well, I like this from Sinners as well. They just patiently waited behind that smoke, and they just know they're eventually going to be able to retake it for free. And look at all the utility that sAw had to burn to kind of maintain that position. Flashbangs, Molotovs, grenades, smokes, all of that. It gave them map control for 30, 40 seconds that you don't normally have, but it hasn't put a stop to anything. The boost, however, will shut down Mikey.
Oh, yeah. Oscar with the colliding. He's fired up now. Blood in the water. Oscar drinking it up. And it's just one player left. It's Meteorus. We waited all half long for a big round from Oscar, and we get it right at the end.
Yeah, that little confidence, the flex.
This is a robbery! Tell me where you keep your expensive skins, or I'll blow his brains out!
John, please, don't!
Well, I mean him! What the? Where are the normal skins?
Guys, the best skins are on Skin Club.
What are you talking about?
Here, look.
Oh, no way!
The best skins are only on Skin Club.
The Drill Berettas, they betrayed Story in the first half, Pistol. Let's see what they can do for Morisco. Udrix charging up. Oscar's going to detect a lot of information and steps towards his position. And oh, Drill Beretta's not working out for Morisco at all.
Good timing on that peek from Utiris. Let the ramp players make their presence known. It actually pulled the defender away. Oscar's going to get aggressive, and he's going to get punished. Udrix shuts him down. And this mid and B-centric stack for Sinners is in the wrong place. It's been picked apart. Agile has no idea there's a second player. He'll call it out, and now saw's like, all right, well, at most, there's one player here. Let's just hustle in.
Well, Shock hustling back, but looking to be silent about it. He can make his way out towards the catwalk. At range, Mikey challenging down into the sandbags player of Story. Got to start getting a move on now on the CT side. They got a smoke and a flash available here for Sinners, but no kit on any of the 3 remaining players. And they've got to move. Oh, Turks and Story making sure that this round does not go in the way of Sinners. A convincing close to a great round here from sAw.
Yeah, let's see if they can turn this into a comeback. Let's see if they can start mounting it for the defense. Same with Story, though, on the T side. No AWP for him, as we're still very early on.
Jerks up onto the Xbox, getting traded 1-for-1 by Beestick at the sandbags. There's a slight problem for Beestick. He doesn't have a smoke. So if they mollied him, he would not really be in the best position because his teammates don't have smokes around him. So he's playing in front of the sandbags, not just hiding behind them. Now sAw have gone real quiet, but Beestick still standing, still fighting, and tucking his head down behind the default box. He would now rely upon his teammates to step up instead, and that's exactly what he's got. Beestick then comfortable to reappear.
Dude.
And just makes the sAw side vanish.
Yeah, that round felt very flat for sAw at the finish.
Executed towards the A-bomb site, smoke's going out. Flash at the ready here from Materis, and then they'll go. Leaving some space on that right side, and now Beestick realizes he's under a lot of pressure coming in from Materis down that catwalk, and Beestick actually went for the fight. He swung into the open, but the rest of his teammates stepping up instead. It's Oscar, Shock, and Marisco with 3 in the blink of an eye. And now with under a minute left, sAw still have not planted that bomb. They've run dry on utility. They need some kills now, and Shock, oh, nearly spun back, but Agile is stepping up. And he goes over towards the elevator, but it has fallen off now, and it's just Materis left on the catwalk. They know where he was last spotted as he took down Beestick earlier in the round, and he is blasted off the side of the map, and still falling, Jason.
Still falling. There we go. There we go. That's what you wanted. Thank you. And maybe it's part of the game plan. They want to establish success at ramp before they really try and exploit these B stairs.
Oh. Mikey's all the way downstairs. And Agile's low in the corner, so low, but still able to take the way the kill on a Shock. He's in for a rude awakening. Agile was some 6 shots in this round. Probably should have died a long time ago, but Sinners get their ass handed to them in this one.
Okay, Roman, that quick switch is sad. That makes me sad, Panda. Good job from Marisco. They can recover in this round. And look, saw's nowhere even close to the bomb site just yet, so we're gonna get them starting to move forward. Bait the low HP player, see if he can get you some information. But there's a real chance Sinners can bring this one back in the 2v3. Utility is gone for saw's attack, so if they just get delayed, CT side's gonna start feeling real good about this. And now they know the bomb's at the B bomb site, just a tap from Story.
Yeah, that smoke making him uncomfortable, but it's still a difficult retake when you're coming in from both from the same side, right? You've got to get past the generator. That smoke they deployed is going to fade away soon, and they're going to use it right at the final seconds. Here goes Marisco forward. Story dies within the site. Agile's low, and what a great start to the rounds for sAw, but a disastrous finish as Materis is tucked around the corner. Marisco coming close, time ticking on it, and a headshot locked in. Sinners up to map point, and that is a disastrous finish to a beautiful start. Oh, it's utter collapse for sAw.
Yeah, well, their post plants have the only word that's coming to mind is really cruel. I was going to say pathetic. I feel like maybe pathetic is very strong, but their post plants are definitely losing them this game. This one, certainly in isolation, I have no problem using pathetic as the terminology for it.
Agile did so much for them. And then Roman quick switches in middle, and you're like,
yeah,
oh,
but
no.
the crappy thing about it is he's the one who also made the mistake, Agile. Like that follow-up peek, that swing with low HP, like that is ill-advised. Oscar's got the off now, but he's under some pressure. Molotov to give him some time and space. Another advantage for sAw 5-on-4.
Climbing up the ladder. Information being picked up, though, Jason, from Sinners. They're actually moving down the ramp. They don't see anything.
Problem is, there's no one on the other side of the map to be able to delay anything that saw's doing. This would be awesome if there's like one player in middle providing resistance. Maybe sAw doesn't want to move into it. Beastick is going to get there at the wrong timing. Maybe he can find Roman, low HP. Oh, he walks right into the next. One kill. Now Oscar, he needed that shot. It's not going to come in. I think if you're Mikey and Marisco, you have to think about saving here.
Well, no chance for that. Agile gets a double on the stairway.
Good to see him get some kills, though. Mentioned he was a little quiet. I think he was a 5-9 when I called him out earlier in this half, putting some good rounds on the board, or at least some good kills. And they've had issues taking this bomb site. They haven't had issues taking control up to the point to where they currently are. It's turning the corner and actually progressing forward to get a bomb plant that has always been stopped. Oh, careful shuffling nades. Oh, boys, boys, boys. Not like that.
That is very awkward.
All right, everyone, let's calm it down. You can't be shuffling nades in an exposed position like that.
Well, they got to the finish line. They have sort of tripped so far.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Oscar, too, I'm maybe a little bit frustrated just because, I mean, I'm making a little bit of an assumption in my head of who's communicating what, but if you're holding that line with the op and then you your teammate maybe calls for a nade that you want to toss over to him and that takes you off the line and then they peek that line and get a double kill, that's a really frustrating situation to have happened. So who knows what caused it, but that's very ambitious and very, I think, lazy to not be in a safer environment to make that exchange.
We mentioned the money being broken for the CTs.
Yeah, that's the extra thing on top of it. Now you're like, great, we just invested all this money. I just got the op. Now we're broken.
Just trading it at the moment.
Ooh, Roman, you got a chance here. Shock gonna step into this. Oh, Roman just saw the elbow and then the peek came, but Story's got to pick and rebuttal, and Shock has got to try and get back into the bomb site. What a good read, a good angle from Story. And you just mentioned the last round. Once again, it's going to happen. No chance for Oscar's op to have any kind of an impact. And go back to 2 rounds ago when he's chucking nades away over to his teammate and gets peeked. That was your best chance of having impact. You're in the right place at the right time, and you just look away to do something silly and get deleted. And now you still have not been able to shut anything down with this op throughout the entire half.
Udrax is on the hunt as well. He knows if he can get any damage, it's massive. But Beastick in a good position to stop him. Mutiris is up next. Oh, he won't miss. Oscar will. And you can't lose this AWP. Oh, this would be so frustrating for the Sinners. This would be devastating for them. Oh, and the hunt is on and they lose everything. Everything's gone.
It feels like we're getting overtime now. This is this map has completely changed. Especially when you consider the heartbreaking fashion in which they've lost these.
5 7s and a deagle is what Sinners have to play with, and I'm afraid you're right, Jason. It does seem like overtime is the most likely outcome now. Sinners have been unable to post up an interesting CT round. They all never...
No, what's weird about it is they put up some very good CT rounds. Very early on in the half.
Start of the half, sure, yeah.
Before the op came out.
They looked like it was going to be smooth sailing right to the end.
And the op did take them to a new level. Unfortunately, it's down a level.
Yeah. Details matter. The pistol's holding for some exits, hoping sAw get a little hungry. Push forward into them, maybe you can walk away with the rifle. There's a kill on you, Jerks. Agile's up next. 2 kills, make it 3. Now they're moving into the bomb site with a little bit of time on the clock, but not enough.
Oh dear.
And Story's waiting behind the sandbags. Defuse being stuck, gets
Are you
stopped.
crazy?
Story stops him. Yeah, he had to get on it. Time was limited. And now he swings out into the open. So AWP picked up. Oscar's going to try and get to the corner, and this would be a huge steal away. And yeah, I mean, it's that AWP.
He'd have an op in the next round regardless of the money he's got, but yeah, this is nice.
Last round of regulation anyway.
And maybe if you want, you can go into a double op setup if you're really feeling frisky.
Nope. You lose the really good angle as well. And you can't stick around and tank utility damage, so you do have to play more passive if you're Oscar.
And information is there that the op is at the B bomb site. sAw might be assuming he's rotated away.
Well, Mikey's gone back to Tetris, but the Molotov, they're going to start coming in. Mikey swings into the open. He actually starts taking fights. And finally, Mikey, in the most important of rounds, steps up with some impact. Oscar in with the AWP, looking to close it out. And the AWP in the end will make the difference. The Sinners not looking like they are going to lose this one, but Roman has different ideas. He charges right back in. A double back. 1v2 left in front of him. And he's taking a lot of damage on board. 18 HP. 20 seconds as he moves forward. Four bullets in the AK, and Shock will bring him down. It looked like utter collapse, but in the end, the Sinners will go unpunished.
Well, they got there in the end. They made a meal of it, Sinners. It was like 12-7 at one point, and then they let sAw back into the game. But I guess